Buying land in Nigeria is a dream for many, but it can become a nightmare if you don't verify your property properly. I am Olajide, your trusted property lawyer, and in this video, I will show you how to legally verify your land and avoid being scammed. Now grab your pen and let's get right into it. Before anything else, you need to visit that property. Visit the property. Don't rely on pictures or video. You need to go to where the land is situated and check. Do a physical inspection on the property. Check whether the land fits your purpose. Whether it fits why you want to get the land, you need to go there and check. Don't rely on what people are telling you. You need to see a first-hand video. And if you're not in Nigeria, you can send someone you trusted, and properly you can do a video call with the person, and you can also still get a video from the person as long as you trust that person. But what I'm trying to say here is that you need to visit that property and check. You need to check whether it is waterlogged, check whether there is someone occupying that land, that property. You need to know whether there's someone in possession of that property. You need to know whether there's any inscription. For instance, you can see "Do not sell," "Buyers beware" on the property. So you need to take physical cognizance of everything on that property. So also see whether there's someone else's name on the pillars. Everything matters when buying property. So you need to open your eyes well, get to visit the land, check everything. When I say everything, you need to check it. So you need to see also whether it fits your purpose. The second thing you need to do is to ask for the survey plan from the seller. Now, the trick is when you get the survey plan, you need to run the coordinates. Now, I'm telling you this. This is actually a secret. When you get the survey plan, do not chart the survey plan. That is one of the mistake majority people. That's what they do. Majority only chart the survey plan. And meanwhile, someone that wants to sell a bad land for you will also doctor the survey being given to you. So you need to go to that property again with your surveyor and chart the property. Pick the coordinate on that property. Do not pick coordinates on the survey. You need to pick coordinates on the property. And when you get your coordinates, when you chart the property, your surveyor knows what next to do. So what he's going to do now is that he's going to send it to the surveyor general's office to check. And now the things that are going to be checking on that property is if that particular land corresponds with the survey you were given, and if that particular property also stands in a good location. There are times when you chart a property, the survey comes out bad in the sense that it shows that it's on a committed land, or whether the that particular property has exceeded its boundary into another person's land, or it is resting on maybe a government project, maybe a road, drainage, and the likes. So you need to be very sure. And also, it comes out to also let you know whether that property is or the location is zoned for agriculture, is zoned for industrial or commercial area, or for residential area. So you need to do that. Once again, I'll repeat, do not chart your survey. You need to go to the land itself to pick your coordinates to chart it. The next stage is to do a search on the property. You need to do a search on the property. So you can conduct search on property in the Lands Bureau, that's the Ministry of Lands, or at the High Court. Now, why do I say you need to conduct a search on your property? You need to know whether that particular property belongs to the person who is selling. Now, you need to take cognizance of something, and that is if the land they are offering you has a CFO, or it has a registered deed. A registered deed could be a registered deed of lease, deed of sublease, deed of assignment, and the likes, or the CFO. You need to confirm at the Ministry of Lands whether the person purporting to own this land or to sell this land is the actual owner of that property. So, as I will always say it, you need to get the service of a lawyer. So they are going to help you out in all these processes. So now let me just break it down for you. So the reason why you are conducting a search in the lands registry is to know, as I said earlier, whether the land belongs to the particular person selling, or whether there's a query on the property. Then, but the thing is, there are some times where you want to purchase a land without title, so we still come to that. But any land with title, with a registered title, either CFO or deeds or registered deeds. So these are the things you need to do. And you also need to conduct your search at the High Court to check whether there is litigation on that property. There are a lot of people that they think they are buying land, but in the actual sense, they are buying litigation. They are buying lawsuits. So you need to also check, do your search, whether there is no we don't have any litigation, any lawsuits on that property. And another reason why you are conducting a search at the Ministry of Lands, it's also to know whether there's an encumbrance on that property. Now, what do I mean by encumbrance? Encumbrance means either there's a charge on that property, or there's a lien, or probably the owner has obtained money and has used it as a security or as a collateral for that facility obtained. So this is what happened in a mortgage bank, for instance, or in a bank. When someone wants to apply for a loan, you need to securitize that facility. By doing so, you put down a landed property for as a security, for as a collateral. So the bank in turn, they draft a deed of mortgage, and it is being registered. They will register it at the Ministry of Lands. So in a situation where you want to buy a property and you do your search and there's a mortgage on that property, it is a no-go area. Do not buy property that has a mortgage or that has a lien or encumbrance on it. And another step you need to take is, hold on, I just got a news flash that ESO Properties Limited has been recognized as the most innovative real estate company in Nigeria. Wow, that's a big one. This is not just more than an award. I think it is a testament that they have an unwavering commitment to redefining real estate landscape in Nigeria. From smart residential layouts to culturally tailored estates like Awele Residential, ESO Properties has consistently pushed the boundaries of creativity, customer satisfaction, and community-centric development. Innovation isn't just about technology, it is about solution. It is about understanding what people truly want in a home and delivering its excellence. Wow, that is a great one for a huge congratulations to ESO Properties Limited for this great achievement. Now back to what I was talking about. So sorry for that little distraction. So another step you need to do also is that you need to conduct a search at the CAC if it is a company that is acting as a seller. Now, the reason why you need to do that is to know whether the company actually have that right to sell the property, whether their constitution encourage or allows them to sell property, and also whether they would need a board resolution. You ask for the resolution to see whether the board has already ratified them, or it has ratified that the sale, or whether it will ratify the sale, or whether it has given them the go ahead to sell the property. Because there are times when just a director of the company can just unilaterally proceed to sell the company's property without the company knowing. These people are just mere agent of the company. The director is an agent of the company. So you need to be sure whether the company actually gives them the go ahead to sell those properties. Another step you need to do is this one is just for you to take notice. You need to be very, very conscious. So when buying any property in Nigeria, you need to take note if there's any Omonile claim on the land. If there's any Omonile claims on the land, then you need to tread with caution. Another thing you need to do is to check whether the land is disputed. Maybe two people or three people are fighting for a land. In fact, the land may be close to that land. It may not be that particular land you want to buy, but maybe adjoining lands. You need to be very very careful to know, because there are times when the seller might not disclose to you. All they want to do is they want to sell the property quickly. They want to dispose of the property. So you need to take cognizance of those things. And another thing you need to do is also to, where land is, it doesn't have a clear ownership, is without clear ownership, there are a lot of stories regarding the ownership of that property. Different stories, they are coming up with different stories. Is my younger brother's cousin that bought the land. This person now dash this person, but the person doesn't have any evidence to show that this person has actually transferred ownership to this person. Like, there are a lot of stories they will start bringing up. So you need to be very very cautious in doing that. Then another thing is, when the land you want to buy is suspiciously cheap, when the price is too low, like they will say there is a is too, like just it just beats your imagination. They are selling, just imagine, you want to buy property in Victoria Island, and someone approach you and tell you that he has a land for sale, and the land is a plot that's maybe 600 square meters. He's selling it for let's say 60 million naira. That should raise your caution that something is actually wrong somewhere. For this person to tell you that property in this eyebrow area is being sold at this ridiculously low amount, then definitely there is more to it. So you need to be very 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 cautious. So now this means you need to get your lawyer. You need to do your due diligence. You need to do it to the letter. You need to do it properly. Due diligence cannot be overemphasized. It is not something you would say, okay, let me just pay this amount, I will do it later. No, you cannot. You should do it before you even start anything. Before you start paying on a property, you need to do your due diligence. Every document needs to be cross-checked by your lawyer. You don't say, oh, at least I went to school, so I'm educated, so I should know what to look for in agreement. Don't do that. It is a no-no. Do not do that. You need to get the service of a lawyer to help you go through your land, through the process of acquiring your property from the beginning to the end, not halfway, not after you've done some things and you're now trying to get the service of your lawyer. You need to do your due diligence. You need to go through all documents that have been that has been sent to you. You need to go through them. And land verification is not a favor. It is not a favor at all. It is your right, and you need to go through it. Do not allow any seller to rush you into buying property. Do not allow anybody to push property to you. You need to tell them that they should calm down. You know, one thing I notice is they will tell you that there are 10 people on that property. There are 20 people on that property. Oh, someone just came this morning, some few minutes ago, to come and check the property. In fact, the person is planning to send it. In fact, the person tried to transfer the money, but it is the network. Tell the person, hold on, let me verify everything, let me do my due diligence. Anyway, if you want me to personally assist you, that is why I am here. Or if you want any of our team to do that for you, we are available for you. Just go to the comment section and comment, or you can send a mail to me personally. I'll definitely entertain your message. All right. Thank you again. I'm hoping to see you in my next episode. And I promise you, my next episode is going to be much more interesting. See you some other time. Bye.